right, Scorpio. This is some eat, pray, love shit, but let's let's just get into this reading. This is your love reading, general, timeless, whatever. I've had the cards out for a while, and I've just been like meditating as much as I can on them. I had to take a break last night, so I was like, okay, I'll come back to them tomorrow. And I say eat, pray, love shit because it's like there's been a release of a relationship or a divorce or the letting go of some sort of relationship, and there's this kind of single lady vibe, if take it where it fits. You could be a single boy, or a single them, they, whatever rocks your boat. But I see like there being travel. Somebody's going on a trip. There may be a delay on this trip, just plan. A surprising delay. A detour is what I'm seeing. A detour. Yes, a detour, and then there's Cupid underneath there. Okay. But you're not nervous about this. I feel like you're excited for this. For some reason that you've had enough of something, some humdrum shit that doesn't work out, that hasn't been working out. Presently, you are desiring not thinking about the future or what's to come. I think you're living very presently. What's crossing this is really interesting. Entrapment about some sort of commitment or obligation and healing of the heart. After a painful situation, there is actual there's healing taking place, or there's what could have been a painful situation is actually becoming has become healing in some sort of way, freeing in some sort of way. Now, I don't know. This can go in a whole bunch of different directions. So it's just general. It's a place where it fits. I'll try to get some specifics in there. I feel like you've been thinking a lot about what it means to be real and how fake people are and how they present themselves and how people like to show that they have money even when they don't, because they have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. It's like this presence card. The presence card is, it's very interesting to me because not only does it have like a really historically kind of rude depiction, I feel like, but also there's this man holding this cloche and he's gifting somebody something, and I think it's a clock. I think he has time, right? So it's about presence, but it's also about time and the present moment. So I feel like it could be about faking it until you make it, but I don't think that. I think you really want to get genuine about how you express yourself and how I don't know, there's something about not caring about money so much, wanting to release that after a relationship has ended. Maybe somebody else was pretending that they had more than they said, or maybe they had more money and they were kind of dressing down, you know what I mean? Not that that matters, but I mean, I almost feel like the Five of Pentacles can be in reverse, can be like somebody gifting you something to keep you close. Like they're in the upright, usually it's depicted as like people out in the cold. They're not feeling well. Um, they're wounded. There's a church behind them with a light, so they can go in the church, but they're not really even looking. They've got their hoods up, or one's got an eye patch on. So they're like really not observing their area well enough to know that there's a church there where they could warm up and maybe get some food or some shelter, you know what I mean? But here, it's like almost like a dangling carrot. Somebody might have tried to buy your love at one point, or put on a certain show for you that you might have, you just weren't buying it. I don't know necessarily if this is exactly the scenario or if I read it right before. But yeah, not pretending is being truthful, being honest, being real, being genuine, and realizing there's help out there in order to, there's a gift. So maybe you've been going through a rough time, and somebody's given you a gift, and it's a gift of generosity after a very difficult time, and it's ending a difficult cycle. That could be also what it is. And maybe you've been keeping this to yourself. Maybe you've been trying to hide, without trying to hide, not wanting to lie about it, but trying to be private. Pretending and being private are a little bit different. I think that would make more sense. All right, so in the near past, you had like the bounty hunter in reverse. So it was organic. It wasn't, it might have been not as passionate, but there was something that was pleasurable that you desired, that you manifested, that you were able to, it might have been a person that was desirable and attractive, and that came into your life and gave you a moment that was organic, and like it just worked in that moment. It was very spontaneous. I don't know spontaneous. Yes, spontaneous with the King of Wands. I feel like with the contrariety and displeasure, with it being in reverse, it's kind of taboo. There might have been something taboo about this relationship, or unorthodox. What's funny is if that is the case, and your hidden area, your subconscious mind, what you're not aware of, is that something is traditional. There's a gathering, a meeting, an offer that is traditional. I don't know. This can be speaking about some kind of religious website. This can be about somebody who is hiding their beliefs about relationships. Or maybe they're hiding that they're married. Or they were. Because I do have, you're thinking that this is the way. Somebody wouldn't take you out, maybe. They were pretending, or they were private. but they were presenting like a certain way where you kind of got clued into maybe some behavior that was a little off. Maybe you didn't care in the moment because you were desiring, like, you were kind of living in the present. Again, with the don't miss your gate or your flight, something is coming through with that. In the future, in the near future, there's going to be some kind of movement, some kind of getting things down to a science about what you're willing to put up with and what gets you, what upsets you. I don't think that you really have even thought about it. Because there's like a cleaning up of the near future, a cleaning out of like things that have made you feel less than powerful. Strength is like endurance. It's resilience. There's some kind of, when we think of strength training, we think of like building that endurance to be able to withstand as well as project energy, right? Power. But it's your inner strength and like what you can do with it. Maybe you can move forward in a way that you didn't think you could, because you got angry about something or because you got passionate about something. If this is somebody who is pretending to be single when they weren't, there is this healing of the heart that is coming from being in the present, and but also knowing that there's something better coming along down the road. Your advice. I don't know exactly what this is about. It's like there's this, it could be online dating, it's speaking of, right? A place where people meet online. Well, they talk online, they meet up, right? But this is like Three of Pentacles in reverse is like not meeting up. It's and the Divine Masculine card is in reverse. So I don't know. It might be about tailoring some sort of qualifications. Searching for people who meet the mark in terms of what you're looking for. And this could have changed. Like, I think that things have changed. You've moved into a different place. Things that once didn't bother you are now bothering you. Or things that used to bother you are not bothering you anymore. Your taste is changing. I think that's what it's talking about. Maybe your personality in terms of dating is changing a little bit. Maybe instead of going online, you're going out more to meet people. Or maybe you're talking to somebody at a distance, because there is travel here. I do see a lot of travel cards. Trying things like in that movie Eat, Pray, Love, where she's like trying things out. She's enjoying life. She's actually spending time with herself and getting to know herself again. So that's your advice, is to like not take things so seriously, to get out and meet people, but not be curious, but don't be so forward with what you, I don't know. Divine masculine in reverse doesn't make any sense to me. I feel like I want to pull a card, but maybe it's just talking about trying a different type of person. Maybe that there isn't an immediate meetup. Like there's a building of conversation, talking. I don't know. Other people see you as reminiscing or returning to the good times, or they're thinking about when you guys were happy together, or you know, the times you spent as friends, or this could be an ex partner, but I'm thinking it's more of a friendship. Excuse me, a friendship group. Just reminiscing. I think that you are moving away from, some of you may be moving like far from where you're at now, but you're not scared. You're excited, and you've been through something so kind of challenging, like just recently in the past, that you're kind of like ready for anything. You're ready to switch things up now. But people are going to miss you. There's people thinking about you fondly. Maybe you're also recalling with these people how things were and remembering the happy times. But there's new times to be had, right? So I think that you're ready to move on at this point. What you're hoping for or fearing. I feel like somebody's mother does not want them to go forward with something, because I have that tenderness card in reverse, which is a very mothering card. It's the Queen of Cups, and then I have the Queen of Cups in the upright. You hope that you don't want others to get involved in your private life or whatever situation. You don't want others to try to change your mind about something. And this is also, I mean, I'm not reading the cards like I normally read them with the 12 houses, because there's only 10 cards. But I normally do. And this would be the house of travel, right? I feel like somebody's mom does not want them to do this adventure that they want to go on. Or you don't want others to go with you. You want to go by yourself. You want to explore by yourself. There's something here about being alone. Yeah, you hope that people will not get in your way. You hope that people will be there will be some kind of nurturing experience, but you don't, it's gonna, I don't know, your fear it being bittersweet of some kind. Bittersweet is what I'm getting from that. The more people get involved with the move, if that's what it's talking about, the more emotional you will get, and you don't want to get emotional. Maybe that's what it's talking about. Okay, so Like I said, you're not threatened, you're not anxious, you feel welcomed. A welcoming change comes in, news of a new beginning is on its way, and great success. Being crowned victorious in the situation. This is the Ten of Wands, so completing something that has been quite challenging and a struggle, and getting to a point where you are able to step into a whole new cycle. I don't know, Scorpio, it looks really good to me. Hope you enjoyed your reading. It was pretty quick, I think, this time, but I think it was a goodie. Talk to you next time. Bye.